From the docks of Dover, hard hit by this tale, the focus shifted today to the seat of parliamentary power. The government said it would force P&O to change course. Today, we heard how.
I am today announcing a package of 9 measures that will force them to fundamentally rethink their decision. I can announce to the House our intention to give British ports new statutory powers to refuse access to regular ferry services which do not pay their crew the national minimum wage.
We had expected direct laws to enforce minimum wage on these ships, but there were other measures too. More compensation for workers fired without process. And moves against this man, the potential disqualification of Peter Hebblethwaite as a company director. But there were notable omissions, not least a prior promise of legal action.
The government's reluctance to use every tool at its disposal to force them to change course is bewildering. No prosecution has been taken, despite the Prime Minister's announcement last week, and the deadline to act to protect these workers is tomorrow.
This will send a clear message to the maritime industry.
It's a deadline that weighs heavy on sacked workers watching on. There's nothing here that will restore their jobs. But are they pleased with what they heard?
No, nowhere near. They've not really done anything. They've threats and things, but tomorrow's the final day, and where are we? We're no closer to getting our jobs back, getting us back on those ships.
Many are now saying this is becoming one of the most infamous incidents in the history of industrial relations. Certainly, it's rare to have a case that so unites all parties and spurs the government into action so quickly. It may not help all the sacked staff this time, but it will change the future for workers in this sector. But changing the future won't feel like enough in the present. There will be questions about enforcement of the new rules here and why this crippled brand was not punished further. Helen Ann Smith, Sky News in Dover.